Well, hey friends and neighbors, this is Chuck out at Sheraton Park Farms. Welcome back to the farm. Today we're going to do something a little bit different than what we've been showing with all the animals and pigs and chickens and stuff that we do, sheep that we do around here. Today we're on one of the lower fields back here on the back side of the farm, and we're going to run the mower across it. But before we do that, I think like every other person on YouTube and social media and in society today, I just want to talk a little bit about the COVID-19 coronavirus and what all was going on in society with that. And I think the main thing that everybody just needs to keep in mind is just need to stay calm, not lose your mind, just be doing a bunch of crazy stuff. Americans are very resilient people. We've been through a lot of hard times and a lot of difficult situations. And I think this is just an opportunity for us to show the world again what a resilient people that we really are. And I think it's also a good opportunity for us to, think about where we could improve our lives and our own situation. I heard somebody say, Warren Buffett says, you don't really know who's swimming naked until the tide goes out. Of course, he was talking about investing, but I think in this situation, difficult times sort of show us where we've got shortcomings and where we could improve and be better prepared. I think it's a good opportunity for folks to learn how to, grow a little bit of your own food. Plant you a container garden out on your deck. Grow you a tomato plant and have some fresh tomatoes for your dinner table. Grow some herbs. There's a lot of stuff that's just really conducive to being grown in a container garden. But also, I think it's a real good opportunity to support, local businesses, local farmers. We provide a lot of protein for folks in our area with pork and chicken and turkey and beef and lamb. And one thing that local food does is it gets you closer to the food source. That stuff that you're buying at the big box stores and supermarkets, you don't know how many hands that's gone through, where it came from, none of that kind of stuff. So it's a good opportunity to, support local farmers and local farms and just increase the quality of the food that you're consuming and that you're feeding to your family. So practice good hand hygiene, wash your hands. Probably a good opportunity for me to do that today. But just be cautious. I think that's the order of the day, is just to be cautious. So back to what we're doing today. So down here, we bought this farm about 2.5 years ago, and whenever we bought it, there really hadn't been a whole lot done to it in terms of what the farm could do for a good number of years. So we've been working to rehab our pastures and really get some things up and going and improve the land and the production capacity of it. So one of the back pastures that we've got for years had sort of been neglected. I think it might have been mowed. I don't know, probably not enough good grass out here at the time to grow hay on, but we've got it in a little better shape. We're going to run the mower across today. We've still got some brambles and some little stubs and things that have come up from old sweet gum trees that are growing and that sort of thing. But we're going to try to open the pasture up today, get it ready for the sheep. On the sheep, we've got 3 ewes that they're big as a house. I mean, they are ready to lamb. We've got one that she's just been walking around all day today with her head down, her ears down, and I think she's gonna give birth probably within the next 24 hours. So we're gonna try to catch that on video as we can. But hang out with us. We're gonna run the mower across, and whenever we get done, we'll see what things look like and talk a little bit about what we're planning on doing with this pasture back here. So hang around. But what we want to do today is we want to focus on this portion up here, and we've got a lot of this kind of stuff, just these little old saplings that have popped up from where this sweet gum grove was. Because sweet gums will drop those old gum balls. I don't see one laying around here. Drop those old gum balls, which is the seed pods, and then you'll get these saplings coming up. So we're going to run the mower across this. We're going to cut this stuff down. We want to get rid of that so that the grass underneath has got some better chance. Got probably some blackberry briars and that kind of thing. We'll cut all that mess down. But you can see right here, this is perfect example of what the cows done for us last year. We didn't have enough. We really didn't have enough for those cows to eat like we would have wanted them to. We didn't grow them out as big as we would have wanted them to, but they accomplished one of the major purposes that we had for them, and that was for them to come out here and eat some of this grass, stomp around on the ground, and put some manure down. And I think we're starting to see some of the benefits of that. So we're gonna run the mower across this thing. Got some blue jays flying around out here. Got some birds. I mean, this is just, it's beautiful. It's always nice to be out in God's creation and see what kind of miracles he's working and how the animals are helping us do that. So, all right, let's run the mower across this thing and we'll come back, take a look, see how it turned out. So we've been mowing for a little while now, and again, what we're trying to do is, and I know a lot of people are going to say, why is he mowing that if he's going to run animals across it to eat it? Well, and again, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get rid of this old woody stuff. But I have noticed something that we didn't have a lot of last year that is coming on really, really strong, and that's this. We are getting some clover coming up in the pasture out here, and last year we didn't have that, so that is huge. And again, I think this is from where we had the sheep back here for a little while, we had the cows back here for a little while, so the pastures are coming back, they're getting better. Now I am not, and here's a different, I think that's a different variety of clover right there. So I am not the guy that knows all about grasses and what orchard grass looks like and fescue and all. I mean, I need to learn that. So that's on my to-do list of things to learn. But I do recognize, besides the onions, and I wish that YouTube had smell-o-vision, because if you like the smell of onions, you'd absolutely love being back here right now. But I do recognize there are a lot of different grasses here than were here last year. So again, I can't name them. I can't put a name to them. If you know what some of these grasses are, please leave me a comment down below. I know what that old thistle mess is, but if you know what some of these grasses are, leave me a comment down below what you see. It's really a much more diverse bunch of grasses than we had last year. So I think we're heading in the right direction. Just want to get these old saplings out, get them cut down and out of the way before we run the sheep back here. Here you can see right there's a bunch of them suckers, and that old stuff, I mean, that's rough stuff. So we want to get rid of that mess. So, all right, back to mowing. Before we take a look at the field, I just want to show a piece of equipment that we bought last year that has been invaluable to us. It's made a huge difference in the work that we can do. And this is a flail mower. So there's really three different kinds of mowers that you can run on a tractor. There's a finish mower. Finish mowers work really nice on level, smooth ground. They give a real nice cut. Look a lot like a residential style lawnmower cut whenever they're finished. So a flail mower, or excuse me, a finish mower does the nicest job. There's also another type called a bush hog, big round mower with big heavy blades. Cuts a lot of woody, brushy, heavier kinds of things. A little bit of a rougher cut. And then there's the flail mower, which really is kind of in the middle. doesn't do a real nice job of making the grass look pretty, but it does a great job of knocking it down. You can really get into some heavy stuff, and it works really good out here on the pasture for us with a lot of this brushy material. This is a very special flail mower in that it grows its own grass. You can see it's growing its own grass right there. It's pretty cool. But anyway, so this has a drum underneath, running at a standard 540, and has knives, and these knives spin around on the drum and then will cut out whatever you're running across. So we use flail mower. Found this one used. Got a little bit of a leak. Had a little work done on it, but for what we paid for it, it does a really nice job. And again, we try to do stuff on a budget as best we can. So, all right. So the field we've got done mowing. Made a little difference. Looks better. Got a lot of the woody stuff knocked down. Now, I know there's probably going to be some folks that say, well, why don't you spray some of that methyl ethyl dihydrogenated bad gooby stuff on there? And we're trying not to do that. We're really trying to just do things as all natural as we can and follow the patterns that are found in nature, by using the animals to rebuild the soil in our pastures and grow grass. And we don't want to expose our animals to any of that mess, so we elect not to. Does it make a difference in how fast things grow, how thick and heavy and productive things are? Right now it sure does. It would be really, really easy for us to spray some brush killer on this stuff and kill it back and just be done with it. It'd be super easy to go buy a ton or a couple tons of 10-10-10 and put it down and watch this grass explode. But again, we elect not to do that. We did sow some seed, some grass seed down here, some clover, some fescue, some rye. I forget what else we put in here, but we did sow some of that down here. Other than that, we've not sown any seed on this property. So trying to grow things as naturally as we can. We think that makes a huge difference in the quality of the products that we produce. And it's better for the soil and the land. So we're trying to be as responsible to the earth as we can. So I want to walk up here. I want to show you our neighbor's property and what they're doing over there, and the contrast between where we are and what we're doing and what's happening over there. So hang on. So I'm about 40 or 50 yards above where we were just mowing. This is another pasture that we've got. I've got some brush over here where we cut some stuff down and trim some trees. But the point I want to make is, here's our chickens. We've got them on some area where we just had some mulching done, and where we've been running the sheep, was doing a little bale grazing. On that deal, found I didn't have enough hay, but it did work. We can take a look under some of that hay that we did put down, and grass is really coming up through it. So, but anyway, this is again 40-50 yards above where we were just mowing. Last year ran the sheep and the cows across this. This doesn't have as much woody material, but did run the cows and the sheep across it. And so you can see how lush and green and how pretty everything's coming up. But then if we pan to the right, soybean field. So what folks do is they come in here and they'll plant Roundup ready soybeans, put the soybeans in the ground, and then come along and spray Roundup and kill everything except for the soybeans. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The grass, the grubs, the bugs, the worms, the bacteria, and all the good things in the soil that make the soil what it is. So again, you've got a huge contrast of commercial farming that depends on pharmaceuticals, drugs, chemicals, and all that kind of thing. Here, to farming with animals and no chemicals and drugs and pesticides and all that kind of stuff. So big difference. We got our mowing done. Field's looking good. Believe we're heading in the right direction. You know, the one other thing that I would say is it's in the scriptures that I think around 365 or over 365 times scriptures say fear not. So that's one for every day. And I think with the situation that's going on, it's pretty good advice. Just fear not. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so. We've got a bunch of interest in what we're doing, and that's just been amazing. A lot of good comments from folks, and we appreciate y'all watching. Please keep commenting on our videos and keep the conversation going. I think the community that we're trying to build here is made up of a lot of really good folks that are trying to do things the right way and take care of their neighbors and their land and that sort of thing. So we appreciate you watching. But if you've not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Share these videos with other folks that you think might be interested in what we're doing. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.